AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
We always bring up Steve Kerr. You specifically getting Andre Iguodala, convincing him to sit on the bench, and it's a lot easier to do that. Of course, like I always said, with that starting lineup, just like Kenny Atkinson is making Donovan Mitchell go, yo, if you give that ball up, I promise you, you're gonna get your numbers, but we're gonna win more games. I'm telling you, I'm gonna present this style to you. I'm gonna show you how to do this. I don't think Tibbs knows how to show anybody how to do this, not this, because with Cat here, you were supposed to tell Brunson to do that. Give that ball up more. And granted, he's not turning the ball over. I get it. But they have to find a way to give the ball up and share. And by sharing, it's not just passing and standing around. It's cutting the basket, man. It's back cutting all that. If Cat's at the top of the key, how much space is there on the floor? You that much of a bum, you can't move around, and they respect you that much? Come on, man. It's ridiculous.
Yo, they put 140 on our top, and it wasn't an overtime game.
And it felt light.
Let me say something that's gonna ruffle some feathers, right? So we know in Boston, Tibbs was a great defensive head coach at the time, which, in my opinion, when you have guys like Ray Allen, Rondo, Garnett at the time, Kendrick Perkins, was Tony Allen there when they won that championship?
Yeah, he tore his knee.
So I don't know how great Tom Thibodeau had to be on the defensive end when you got those type of guys who didn't need no motivation, who didn't need to be coached about playing defense. So let's start there first. Y'all let that sink in. Because the whole league might have been bamboozled by Tom Thibodeau. And as you see, the league has been bamboozled by Doc Rivers. Yeah, we going to go down this rabbit hole. Certain teams, it ain't about the coaching. Bring you up to speed, a guy like Bill Belichick, great defensive-minded head coach. But you know who he had offensively? That was probably one of the greatest offensive minds in sports history. A guy named Tom Brady. Tom Thibodeau needs that to be successful. Simple and plain. If you don't have something like that, I don't care how great of a mind you are defensively. This game is offense now. Miss me with defense wins games. Yes, it does. But if you can't have a superstar that's going to give you 40 a clip, what you doing? Michael Jordan, it's just certain players that they make up for the offense of a coach that can't coach offense. The league has been bamboozled by Tom Thibodeau, bro. We thought he was a good defensive head coach because Boston Celtics was great defensively in winning that championship. Well, look at the guys that was on defense. You ain't coached those guys up. So now we take that and think you're a great head coach. And we get here. And nothing. Listen, man, I know what I'm talking about. We have to change. We have to change. And the way we are constructed, look at the teams we lose against. Look at the players that have great games against us. It doesn't matter whether it's a superstar or a role player. Everybody's having career nights against us. Enough is enough. We have to start somewhere. And the reason why I seen in a comment why great head coaches don't want to coach here, at the time, it wasn't a great team to coach. Like, come on, man. We have to start being honest, man. Tom Thibodeau has had good teams and superstars. It came up short every time. Chicago, you had D Rose. Only been to one conference finals. D Rose in his prime, where everybody was catching the flu when he came to town. You go to Minnesota, you had Jimmy Butler, you had Karl Anthony Towns. Did nothing. Now you got the Knicks. Nothing. Go ahead, Fabian.
No, I want to add to that by saying, why is it that we just spoke about Kenny Atkinson, who was a head coach? He had success with the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody felt like he got snubbed or done dirty by Kyrie and Kevin Durant. went sat down with Sacramento or with Golden State on the assistant as an assistant. Charles Lee's an assistant for the Hornets. They ain't doing too well, but he sat down on that Boston bench. You know who he was sitting next to? A champion in Joe Mazzulla. Ime Udoka should be a champion. And they were all sitting next to Brad Stevens. These are all assistant coaches that are now in the league. So they have 3 assistant coaches that are now coaching 3 different teams in the league, and 2 of them are tops in the league. Mike Brown went to go back assistant coach for Golden State before he went to Sacramento. Why is it all these guys have to be assistant coaches? Mike Denault from OKC was an assistant coach before he became the official coach for OKC. How come everybody else got to at least go be an assistant, even if you've been a head coach before? But Tom Thibodeau gets to skip that step. Why? These other guys, I could understand if Doc Rivers got the ring. He could always he could sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. He could sell it to you. I shine that ring up. But Tibbs, you don't have the head coach experience with that ring. So where do you get off not thinking you need to be? Let me watch from the sideline real quick. Why does Jeff Van Gundy have to be sitting on this? Even Mark Jackson, we could say whatever we want. Why do they have to be sitting on the sideline for that long? All these other guys, Sam Cassell, nobody could get a head coaching job, but Tom Thibodeau could get a head coaching job in Chicago and New York. You talk about privilege. Nah, and I ain't talking Hennessy.
Once again, Boston had Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, who's a very underrated defender at the time, Rondo, Kendrick Perkins in his prime, who was a great defender as the big man, and Tony Allen. Have we been bamboozled for Tom Thibodeau being a great defensive-minded head coach?
Yo, how they ran a 3-call Monty game on us in New York, and we from New York, man. We let them run a number on us, man.
They out hustled the hustlers.
Yo, they out scammed the scammers,
bro. We got bamboozled and hoodwinked, and we supposed to be doing the bamboozling. They hit us with the ball in the top. The 3-card mark. What? They hit us with the, hey, let me holler at you real quick. No, I'm supposed to be doing that to you. We New York City.
They treated us like tourists out here, man. On our own home turf.
Hey, Monkey Wrench, they hit us with the Yo, listen, man. Give us our props, man. We know what we be talking about. Fabian, have you ever heard anybody with that take, bro? First and all, we have been hoodwinked. We have been hoodwinked. Bro.
You know how if you think your girl, you caught your girl cheating, man. That shit, like, hold on. I told Shorty that 2 years ago. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Yo. My heart is broken. Yeah. We're there. Yeah, they did the old bait and switch. They did the old bait and switch on us to press the whole point.
What up, Fish? Wow. Like I said, now when you think about it, come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, man. You know, we love to have some fun, but it's always some truth in comedy. And I've been on this train by myself for a while now. I never liked Tom Thibodeau. I don't even think he's overrated. I just don't think he's a good head coach. And
your man Molly Moore said, not to disagree, but he was an assistant in 1989, bro. In the 1900s. Yo, Molly Moore, what you doing, man? Why you doing that? Yo,
he said your man was an assistant when the Persians was playing the Romans. What? Yeah. He said he was assistant coach for Leonidas in the 300 against the Persians
Yo,
in the Coliseum.
what you
Yo,
doing, man? What you doing, man?
yo, I'm done,
Molly
man.
Moore,
I'm
what's
done.
wrong with you, man?
I'm done. Yo,
Nah, Molly
you
Moore.
should have put that comment.
That,
Yo.
that was bugged out.
Oh my God. Yo.
Nah, man.
Niggas, he
Yo,
was coaching before Rocky came out. Like,
yo,
come on, man. Come on.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.